Hey everyone, Jolene back again with another STEM challenge this week. We are going to be doing a really cool challenge about math and patterns and tessellations this week, but before we jump in, we have an exciting announcement. We are putting together some prize bags for students or teachers or individuals who want to submit videos to our channel. So just as a reminder, you can submit those to steminmotion@utah.gov, and if you include your name and address, we will send you a prize package for that. So let's go ahead and jump into this week's challenge, which is making tessellations.
A tessellation is a fancy word for a pattern of shapes with no overlaps or gaps. There are three basic types of tessellations: regular, semi-regular, and non-regular. Regular tessellations, like this one, use only one regular polygon. A regular polygon is a shape that has sides of all the same length and the same angle at each point, such as a square or a hexagon. Kites and rectangles, for instance, aren't considered regular polygons because their sides and angles aren't all exactly equal. There are only three regular tessellations: squares, triangles, and hexagons. Semi-regular tessellations can use more than one regular polygon, such as hexagons and triangles, or hexagons and squares and triangles. So here's the first part of your challenge. See how many regular or semi-regular tessellations you can find. We use tessellations a lot in architecture, so be sure to check out any tiles you might have on your floor or artwork you might have on your walls. If you can go for a walk around your neighborhood, see what you might be able to find outside. If you can't find anything around you, try checking online. There are thousands of stunning examples of tessellations that have been photographed from all around the world. The next part of your challenge is this. Find a regular polygon in your house that you think would make a cool tessellation. You can trace it onto paper or cardstock to make a stencil and then use the stencil to make a repeating pattern, or you could use online software, a digital paint program like this one. Use whatever polygons you find to create a repeating pattern or tessellation. You may have noticed that there are patterns that don't use regular polygons. These are called non-regular tessellations, and they can use any shape, including kites, rectangles, circles. They can be very complex or very simple, and they can be made out of anything. The only qualification is that they are made of a repeating pattern of shapes with no gaps or overlap.
So now that you've learned about tessellations, you have found some out and about or in your house, you've made some of your own. Your challenge now is to create the coolest tessellation you possibly can. You can do any kind of tessellation that you would like. I do recommend doing a non-regular tessellation since you have a lot more options. You can use any of the techniques that I've showed you or anything else that you can think of or that you find online. The only qualifier is that it has to be a repeating pattern. So go ahead, get those started. If you want to submit pictures instead of a video, feel free to do that as well. Remember, that email is steminmotion@utah.gov. And if you want to receive one of our prize bags, make sure that you include your name and address. Remember, have fun, stay curious, and we'll see you next week.